I sometimes wonder whether my whole family's gone mad or whether it's me.
I know just how you feel, sir. I've felt that way many times since I've been here.
Then why do you stay here? I have to. You don't.
It's much more comfortable than living in a packing box on a city dump, sir. Besides, I'm rather proud of my job here.
You're proud of being a butler?
I'm proud of being a good butler, sir. And I may add, sir, a butler has to be good to hold his job here.
Say, who are you?
I'm just a nobody, sir. Coffee?
Godfrey, here I am. So you've turned up at last, eh? I began to think you'd fallen down the kitchen sink.
Sorry I'm late, Tommy. It's hard to make beds when they're full of people.
Waiter, you seem to do everything except put out the cat.
I suppose I do that too, only we have no cat.
The same for me. What will you have, Jarvis, my man?
Make it a rousing old lemonade.
Lemonade, you sure you can handle it?
Oh, yes, I'm the type who can take it or leave it alone. You see, now that I'm a working man, I have to keep my wits about me.
I'm beginning to wonder if you've got any left at all. But don't avoid the issue. I've been sitting here like a snoopy old maid with her ears flapping in the breeze, waiting to hear the dirt.
What dirt would you like to hear?
Well, when I wander into a Fifth Avenue asylum and see one of the parks of Boston serving hors d'oeuvres, I think I'm entitled to a pardonable curiosity.
Well, I tell you something that you won't understand. Tommy, you've fallen off so many polo ponies that your brains are scrambled.
But I still want to know why you're butling when your family's telling everybody that you're in South America doing something about rubber or sheep or something.
Family has to say something to save its face. You know, the park's disgraced very easily.
I'd like to see their faces when they find out that you're a butler.
They're not going to find it out.
All right, they're not going to find it out. But come to the point.
Well, there isn't much of a point. Do you remember that little incident up in Boston?
You still have that woman on your mind?
No, not anymore. But I was pretty bitter at the time. So I gave her everything I had and disappeared. You know, the Parks were never educated to face life. We've been puppets for 10 generations.
And?
Tommy, it's surprising how fast you can go downhill when you begin to feel sorry for yourself. And boy, did I feel sorry for myself. I wandered down to the East River one night thinking I'd just slide in and get it over with. But I met some fellows living there on a city dump. Here were people who were fighting it out and not complaining. I never got as far as the river.
Will you do me a big favor?
Who do you want killed?
I'll do my own killing. Go around the corner and telephone this place and ask for Tommy Gray. When you get him on the wire, keep him there.
What's this all about?
Don't ask too many questions.
Okay.
And so out of the ruins of Godfrey Park, a new edifice has sprung up in the form of Godfrey Smith.
And I may add, the edifice is going to keep on springing.
You intend to remain a butler?
No, I have some other ideas in mind. But you wouldn't understand those either, so we won't go into that.
Will you do me a favor?
Maybe.
I have a friend in town, a very eminent brain specialist. I'd like him to examine you.
I'll submit to an examination. If you will also.
That's a bet.
Are you Mr. Gray?
Yes.
You're wanted on the phone.
On the phone? What's this? Back in a minute, Godfrey.
Well, the mystery's solved.
The mystery?
Yes, now I know what a butler does on his day off. When you worked for Mr. Gray, were the two of you always this chummy?
You see, I worked for Mr. Gray a long time, and we got to be...
Yes, that was under the name of Smith, wasn't it? Or did I hear him mention the name of Park?
He may have said that we used to take long walks in the park, sort of custom.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, if you can be so chummy with the Grays, why can't you be chummy with the Bullocks?
Oh, I try to keep my place.
Why, you're very attractive, you know.
As a butler?
No, as a Smith. You're a rotten butler.
Sorry?
Are we going to be friends?
I rather feel that on my day off, I should have the privilege of choosing my friends.
You can't go on like this forever. You really like me and you're afraid to admit it, aren't you?
Do you want me to tell you what I really think of you?
Please do.
As Smith or as a butler?
Choose your own weapon.
You won't hold it against me.
It's your day off.
Very well. You belong to that unfortunate category that I would call the Park Avenue brat. A spoiled child who's grown up in ease and luxury, who's always had her own way, and whose misdirected energies are so childish that they hardly deserve the comment even of a butler on off Thursday.
Thank you for a very lovely portrait.
Hiya, Cornelia. What are you doing here?
Godfrey and I were discussing tomorrow's menu.
Well, don't run away.
I'm in an awfully big hurry. Goodbye now. I'll see you down by the ash pile.
What does she mean by that?
That's a little joke we have between us.
Oh, I see. A joking butler. What's the matter with that stuff? Did it turn your stomach?
I think I'll switch. I'm more at mood.
And now we're getting someplace. Waiter. Another one of these.
He's not back yet, is he?
Not yet.
Would you mind putting these flowers in his room? I can't go in there anymore.
I can't either.
You won't tell him they're from me, will you?
If you don't want me to.
Oh, I don't want him to know. It's his, isn't it? Do you always sew his buttons on?
Sometimes.
Oh, I'd like to sew his buttons on sometime when they come off. I wouldn't mind at all.
He doesn't lose very many.
Oh, he's very tidy.
Yes, he's very tidy.
What does he do on his day off?
He never tells me.
Oh, he's probably sitting somewhere with some woman on his lap. He's the meanest man I know.
I think he's very mean.
I suppose he's sitting somewhere with somebody on his lap who doesn't care for him at all. As far as I know, maybe his children are there too, calling him. Calling him. Oh, I can't bear it. Please don't. You too? Oh, Molly, I know exactly how you feel.
Here. How about a quartet? For tomorrow may bring sorrow, so tonight let us be gay. Tell the story on the road.
Courage, she said, and pointed toward the land. This mounting wave will roll ashore soon. In the afternoon they came into a land into which it seemed always afternoon.
Carlo!
All around the coast the languid air did swoon.
What's the matter, darling?
Nothing.
She's been out in the kitchen eating onions.
I love onions. They make me sleepy.
Yes, Irene loves onions. When she was a little girl, she was always stealing onions from the icebox. You know, sometimes I wonder if my children are all there.
And like a downward smoke, the slender stream along the cleft to fall and pause, and fall did seem.
I thought I told you to send that gray satin evening dress to the cleaner.
Gray satin?
Why can't you do as you're told?
It's a pleasure.
Seems to me that every time you pick up a paper, somebody's been murdered or something. Imagine a man drowning his wife in a bathtub.
Maybe it's the only way he could get her to take a bath.
Well, if anyone ever drowned my blue cattle in a very bad tub, his mama would be very, very cautious. She would.
Will there be anything else, madam?
Well, I haven't asked for anything, so I don't see how I could want anything else.
I beg your pardon. I thought you were Miss Cornelia.
You thought I was Cornelia.
I hope you'll forgive me, madam, but you seem to be looking younger every day, if I may say so.
You certainly may. Thank you very much, Godfrey.